Cody fumigating her armpits because they are whiffing.
Magandang umaga. Maganda people.
We got a little historical treat for you today.
Thought I'd wear my Conchita dress. You lucky little sods.
Come on in, you. Let's roll. Okay. Back to our Filipino. What do we call it?
Yeah, someone's done a big jobby on there.
Someone's shit on the car, guys. First things first, breakfast. Smoothie?
Yes.
Let's do it. Breakfast is served.
I got you a Katy Berry.
Katy Berry. So guys, we've just gone and got there's a place called Wooden Leaf it's called. Wooden Leaf, and it does all really
healthy food.
Healthy breakfasts and lunches and dinners and smoothies.
They close at 10 PM FYI.
I bet you asked. He was like, yo, what time do you finish?
I was reading their menu and they've got pointers on there low carb, high protein, superfood, and it's really, really good prices, isn't it?
So this is a Katy.
Lips around there.
This is a Katy Berry, is it?
Katy Berry.
Okay.
Katy Berry smoothie.
Okay.
It's rich in antioxidants. And
tastes good, that. All right. So we are going to. Wait for it. This is a bit of a long name, guys. So I've got to just
Go on, give us your best Spanish.
Hang on. Las Casas Filipinas De Acuzar.
Ooh!
Yeah!
Welcome. It's very windy. My dress, it's a good job it's long, let's put it that way. But we have arrived. The grounds are absolutely enormous. When you drive in, they take your name. They take you to a little parking space and they give you a ticket to present when you get into the Once you park your car, you get in a jeep, which is like a shuttle, and it takes you to the registration. You hand your ticket in, they give you wristbands, and they give you a couple more tickets which we'll go through throughout the day. They give you an itinerary of what's available for you to do for the rest of the day and the time limits, and they also give you a map. The grounds are massive, we couldn't even read the map.
There we go, that's better.
There we go. It's also different prices for the weekend. So we read online that it was 1,500 per person. On the weekends it's actually 2,500 per person. We'd already got here, we drove an hour to get here. This is what we had planned, so we just paid it. It's a big hit, but apparently it's meant to be worth it. Everyone rated it pretty much 5 stars online. We've known people who personally recommended it, so we just thought, you know what, let's just take the hit. You get 1,000 pesos worth of food vouchers included in that 5,000, and there are 4 restaurants to choose from, including Western, Italian, Filipino, and a grill. So we've started off at the Hotel De Oriente, and I'm not entirely sure what actually you're meant to do here.
Train, the little tram ride?
I'm not sure. Let me get the thing out your bag again. According to all of this, you have
given a little
activities. So this is your map. It's massive. The wind, weather conditions do not help read the map. So it doesn't give a description of what everything is, which is unfortunate because you've got to try and remember, and when you don't kind of understand the language, it's a little bit hard. But we're at the Hotel de Oriente and we've got a pass here, so you give them this access pass. There's also a calesa ride, which is like a 15-minute ride on a horse and cart. And then also there's a balsa cruise, so this is like a little boat tour which is 40 minutes and you need 4 people minimum to get on the boat. So if you come in a 2, you have to wait for another 2 to arrive before you can get on the boat. So these are all time restricted, they finish at 5 PM. The Heritage Walking Tour, they give you times to when they start, so it finishes at 5 PM and they are every kind of hour, I think. The next one is at 1:30, it does say it somewhere. 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, there you go. And then, so there's 2 of them because there's 2 of us. And then at the end, you present this to the person when you're finished, and it gives you a cold towel because you're going to be sweaty, and then they'll give you a welcome drink. Please present this at La Perilla to claim, valid until 6 PM. So...
Oh, 6 PM?
Yeah, this is on your day tour. So I think the actual limited time restricting things finish at 5, but I think you can kind of do your thing for a little bit longer. She didn't say that we had to be out by a certain time. She just said that the tours finish at a certain time. So yeah, that is pretty much all I know.
Have a little look around then while we wait for the train ride. Got 20 minutes to wait.
Yeah, he's on his break. He's on his break out and a little rest.
Have a little look around the grounds then,
And I feel like I'm in Oliver Twist because there's a man down there with the thing on his shoulders and he's got like buckets. He's coming towards us now and he's going, oh, and he's making a noise. He's probably saying something, but it sounds like he's making a noise. And I feel like if you've seen Oliver Twist, when they get to the really posh bit in Maidvale and they've got all the like roses and the milk buckets and stuff and they start singing down the cobbled streets, I feel like I'm in one of them scenes.
We lost our minds in the darkness of night. We live to die. We lose our souls every day. We lost our minds. We don't remember what's wrong and what's right. What's right. The world is dead but we stay. 'Cause we are born as living fights. We live to die.
Train ride man.
We're going Casa beach area and it takes half an hour. It's so fast.
You're a liar.
It's very slow, very noisy, but we're at the front.
We live to die. And we're surrounded by the night. We live to die. We are shadows in the neon light. We are shadows in the neon light. We are shadows in the neon. We are
Next stop, tour.
Tour, heritage walking tour.
Hopefully it's in English.
Well, he said something in Tagalog when we first arrived, so I've got my fingers crossed, but we are in the Philippines, so.
One of the youngest houses that was transferred here in Las Casas. So it was built in the year 1920 in the ownership of Mr. Valentin Arastia and his wife, Francisca Salgado. And that couple was one of the few persons who sponsored the education of our late president, Diosdado Macapagal. Yes, because when Diosdado is still a young boy, became from a poor family, every morning the couple saw this boy walking the front of their house, going to school, but suddenly they noticed that the boy is not wearing any foot hairs and he's not wearing a presentable uniform. That's why they decide to help this boy for his education. And for the exchange of his education, his mother, Madam Romana Pangan, became the laundry woman and wet nurse to the Arastia family. Yeah, so before then po, this house also served as a Japanese garrison. Because before the World War II started, Japanese army sent a Japanese spy here in the Philippines. And unknowingly, one of the drivers of the Arastia family was a Japanese spy. So that's the reason when the war started, this house became a Japanese headquarters. And before, they have these traits that after they use their house, they will burn it, together with the family living in the house. So there will be no evidence left. But when the Japanese army started to put a fire, the Japanese colonel opposed it. Because the Japanese colonel was also the driver of the Arastia family, and because this couple had a good heart, they treat their driver as part of their family. That's why for the exchange, the colonel makes sure that there will be no harm that will happen to them. So today po, here in Las Casas, the ground floor of our Casa Lubao is our Salon Duego or game room, and then the second floor of the house is one of our show houses. So for our group po, let's go upstairs. All the furniture inside this house are replica or reproduction, except for those antique mirrors. So they said that those antique mirrors are the mirror of truth. So what you see is what you get. Nagsabi po ka na totoo, sir? Diba?
That's pretty cool, isn't it? Massive. Ah, the frutas.
We just got stopped by a lady from the US who watches our channel. She's like, "Can I have a picture with you? I watch your channel. I'm from the US. I'm just on vacation." And I was like, "Yeah, finally!"
Nice, huge.
Ingat lang po kayo sa ano. So by the way, this house, this is our Casa Bizantina or Casa Binondo Trust from Binondo, Manila. And it was built in the year 1890, owned before by Don Lorenzo del Rosario. He is a well-known contractor and principal in Binondo, Manila. And then in the year 1914 up to 1919, this house was occupied by Instituto de Manila for their primary and secondary education. And when the school was transferred to Sampaloc, Manila, they known as UM or University of Manila until now. But after the World War II, this house became the residence of more than 50 informal settlers families. That's why this house was found dilapidated. And when it was transferred here in Las Casas, during its reconstruction, the owner of this resort discovered that on the turf of the house, some of architectural designs are made of true gold leaf or tunay na ginto. And because of that time, we don't have gold paint, that's why they use real gold for the additional designs of their house. And then today, here in Las Casas, this house was our premier hotel. It has 7 rooms and can occupy by 16 people. And if you're going to rent the whole house, it will cost 150,000 a night with the inclusion of full butler service, standard cafes, and breakfast. So it's like Mami Jurisha. So if you want to take some pictures, by the way, the interior designs of this house are new. And the design that you can see on the ceiling and on the wall, there is what we call stained fiberglass mosaic. And the one who made those mosaic are the local women from here, Bataan. So why women? Because they said that women are more attentive to details and they are more patient than men. Is that true?
True.
No.
This is the type of bath I want.
See if we can get one in our condo.
Yeah, with a telly on the wall. And sit watching Nat Geo Wild in the bath. That is a nice bath.
This is a proper house.
And it was owned by a principal. Oh, I don't know what wages he was on.
Yeah. It's nice, isn't it? So that, for anybody who doesn't know, is a bidet.
There's a lot of possibilities.
If your brother is constipated, you cannot leave him for moral support. So holding hands while moving. This is the restaurant called the
Bago nagsimula ang ikalawang digmaang pandaigdig, sa bahay na ito ay may nakatarang mag-asawa. Ang mga mag-asawang ito ay mabubuting tao. Kanilang kinikilala ang kanilang mga kasama, kasambahay, at tinutulungan ng nangangailangan.
Pinagtrabaho sa kanilang isang hapon. Nagtrabaho bilang tagapagmaneho ng sasakyan at kanila itong pinakitaan ng kabutihang loob bagamat siya ay isang dayuhan sa ating bayan.
Halika't saluhan mo na rin kami kumain.
Kaya nga naman tawagin mo na rin ang iba pang kasambahay. 1941, naganap ang ikalawang digmaang pandaigdig. Tulungan niyo po kami sa
mga taong ito ang kumukop at nagpatuloy sa akin. Naging mabuti ang pakikitungo na sa akin dahil sa kanila, kabuti ang roob pagiging maturungin sa kapwa. Di ko pa yung turutan may mangyari masama sa kanila.
Ang dating driver pala is Piat Coronel ng Japanese Imperial Army.
Bigo!
Ang kwento ng Kasalubao ay kwento ng kabutihang loob. Ang kabutihang loob ay tinuturo sa atin ng ating mga magulang at guro. Ang pagtanaw ng utang na loob ay nagmumula sa ating puso.
Ang pagiging mabuti sa ating kapwa ay nagpapatingkad sa atin bilang tao. At palagian nagbubunga ng pagpapala. Kaya't atin laging tandaan, kung ano ang ating tanim, siya rin nating aanihin. Isang mabuting araw po sa inyong lahat.
Just finished our house tour. Now we're going to go to the restaurant to grab some food.
The heritage tour.
Oh, jeez, oh guys. The way this food is tasting right now is out of this world. I don't know if it's because I'm hungry or because it is just out of this world.
Probably both. It does look good.
Dinner done. That was absolutely unbelievable, by the way.
It was very yummy.
It's a shame I didn't have enough time to like show everyone like just how good it was.
We
but
didn't speak
I got
to
a
each
quick,
other.
I got a quick little bit.
We didn't speak to each other. As soon as the food was on the plate and that first spoon went in, oh my god. We didn't talk until the plates were finished, and then I was like, I might have to get another garlic rice, and then I thought, no, we're gonna go for dinner later, don't be greedy. It was delicious though, wasn't it?
It was banging, by the way.
Yum.
Yum, yum.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the Tahoe closest starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity?
Cheeky boat cruise.
How about my hat? It's a bit wonky because my head's too fat.
I forgive the pain you gave to me so long ago. Sleepless nights I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but
I think we're done. It's been a long day. Oh,
Can't even stand up right, can you?
no, it's a long day, isn't it? You're walking all day in the hot sun, and it's gone a bit overcast. We're a little bit grateful, aren't we?
We've been here for like 5 hours already.
Yeah.
So
Feet are sore, but we've ate. Food was gorgeous. It's been a
done
nice
the
day.
boat ride, done the tour, the houses.
Heritage tour, watched the play. We didn't do the horses because the horses are like they're tiny and
Cody
we're
doesn't want
not.
to be animal cruelty.
I just don't,
Dude.
I don't like it. They're gorgeous. I want to stroke them. Probably bite me, so I won't. But no, we're gonna leave the little horse one. Give them a little break. Been at it all day in the being hot sun, haven't they?
So have we, to be fair.
Yeah, I know, but you're not pulling anyone on a cart. Look at it, and it's slobbering. Oh no, I can't. So we're gonna head back to the reception, and we're gonna leave, drive back. Probably go and get food on the way back because we like to eat.
Gonna go and get another smoothie.
So we're gonna wait for the Jeep because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not walking all that way.
Guys, our time in this historic place is done. We are absolutely dead. We've been walking around for about 5-6 hours in the heat. We've done our best that we can. It was really hard actually to get a lot of the tour in because it would stop-start when he would speak, and there'd be people, and I didn't want to get all the people's faces in because some people can be. I know Filipinos don't really care; they just want to be on YouTube. But the older people in the tour, I wasn't too sure, so we videoed what we could in the tour. But we don't want to ruin it for you in case you come anyway. You know, don't want to see it all through the lens.
But if you can't come, we got as much as we could.
Yeah.
And if you do want to come on a weekday because it's 1,000 peso cheaper.
For sure. But it is a full day and we are pooped, like we said earlier. So we're going to head back now to Balanga. Maybe grab a little snack on the way and rest, basically, guys.
I know you think all we do is eat, but it's true, we do.
We've missed the Filipino food, guys. This is what it is, right? We had 9 months in England with no chicken adobo,
That's not true.
no liempo,
Not true.
no sisig,
It's not true.
no sinigang.
Why you always lie?
We had no sinigang in England.
That's because you didn't want sinigang in England.
So
but
Cody-
we had Filipino food because we went with Luma, and I brought you Filipino food back when I went with Amy.
To be honest, though, Filipino food in England is not the same as Filipino food in the Philippines. It's just not. As close as you can get it, it's
Do you know why?
just not the same.
Because it's so much more expensive. The expense takes away the flavour.
Yeah, you're paying more money for bland food. You can only get real Filipino food in the Philippines. That's
All
the
them
truth.
British Filipinos that are going to be discussed. Also, we went to that Filipino festival in London.
It was good.
That was legit.
But it's still.
That was legit.
It was
legit.
good. It was good, but
Oh, they're gonna hate you.
It's just-
I am sorry about him. I don't agree with him. Sorry about him.
let's go. Oh.